Okay, I want to talk about my lucid dreaming experience. I think it's important to talk about. I don't know if anyone's experienced the same thing I've had. If you don't know what a lucid dream is when you're in a dream and you realize that you're dreaming. It's a very crazy phenomenon. It's pretty wild. And if you've ever had one, you know how startlingly real it is. It's just as real as this experience. I tell people, if you want to experience what a lucid dream is like without the euphoria, it'd be like right now you looking at your hands and seeing you have 17 fingers and going, oh, I'm in a dream, and it's that real. It's really quite amazing. And right when you become lucid, you can do all sorts of stuff. You know, live out sexual fantasies, or fly, or talk to people. How you doing? Oh, that kind of thing. So I got into this guy named Robert Wagner. Robert Wagner was a scholar. He studied lucid dreaming. He was very good at it. And he wrote a book called Lucid Dreaming, The Gateway to the Inner Self. And in the book he talked about how whenever he would go up to a dream character, he would tell the dream character that he was dreaming. And if you've ever done this in a lucid dream, the dream characters will intuitively tell you that you're not dreaming. It's a really weird phenomenon. Now for me, whenever I've asked dream characters or tell them that I'm dreaming, I've gotten the weirdest responses. Like one time my mom was in a dream and I was like, Mom, I'm dreaming. And she looked at me as if I had said to her, Mom, I'm breathing. Just like, what are you talking about? And then other times there was a friend I was with and I'm like, oh, this is a dream. And his face just starts deforming into this scary, and I just woke up. Now, go on with this. I'm reading this book that Robert Wagner has, and he talks about how one time he was talking to a dream character, and all of a sudden, the dream character didn't answer him, but the dream talked to him, the experience. And I'm like, this is interesting. So I've had a lot of, dozens of lucid dreaming experiences. And so every time I would become lucid, I would be like, all right, I got to do something. So one time I'm lucid, and I'm like, oh, I'm in a dream, and I was in like a castle or some shit. And then, wait, can I swear? Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a window, and I'm like, I'm going to jump out this window and fly. So I jump out the window, and I fall flat on the ground. I'm like, what? I'm in a dream. Why am I not flying? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to talk to the dream. So I'm outside, and I just stood up, and I just went, hello? Now, I'm going to do this for you guys. You're probably going to laugh, but this is exactly what I heard. I go, hello? And I hear this, hello. Only louder, more intense, and very deep. I immediately went into shock. I couldn't move. I was struck with fear and excitement, and I woke up. I'm bawling my eyes out. I grab my dream journal, and I write it down. That's the best time to write dreams down. It's right when you wake up, because in 15 minutes you forget 80% of it or whatever. So you know what I'm talking about. So, writing the dream down, and I tell people this experience because I just forget some stuff. Because I don't know anyone else who's ever had this experience where you can talk to the dream. And by the way, it doesn't work inside. I have been in countless dreams where I'm in a house, I'm in a hallway, and I'm just going, hello, hello, and no, but nothing. And then one time I had a dream where my window was open in my bedroom, so I'm going to go out the windowsill. So I go on the window ledge, and I'm holding on, and this is exactly what I said. I go, do I need to be outside for you to hear me? 2 seconds later, yes. Freakiest freaking thing, man. And when I tell people this story, people will say to me, they'll go, well, first I should say, you know how like right now when you think about a dream, it's very distant, very faint, almost like it never even happened. Like, I don't even know, right? Well, here's the nutty thing. When you're in the dream world and you're lucid and you think about reality, it's the same feeling. You're like, man, I'm a human on a planet, I'm sleeping, this is so weird. It's the strangest thing I've ever had. And people who I tell this to have the audacity to say to me, it's just your subconscious, John. You're just talking to your subconscious, you silly goose. Yeah, let me tell you something. If that's the subconscious, we don't know anything about the subconscious. And I argue that the subconscious, if that's what it is more aware and more conscious than us humans right here. So the reason I would like to know if anyone has these experiences, and if anybody would know, if you can talk to the dream, because you can talk to it. If you ever have a lucid dream, there's ways to do it. The text way is the best way. I keep a bracelet on me, and I have text. And what happens is if you look at text, you look away and you look back. If it changes, you're in a dream. If it stays the same, you're obviously awake. So it's a way to know that you're dreaming. So, was that confusing? It makes sense. That's what we're talking about. So I don't know how much longer I have up here, but my name is John Lauren, and I have a Facebook, because everyone does. And if any of you have these experiences where you realize you're dreaming, just go outside, look up at the sky, and just ask a question, because it answers you. I mean, you can ask. I've asked it if I would be with my ex-girlfriend. It said no. Obviously, I've asked it other questions, but every time I hear the voice, I go into shock. And I wake right up, so I can't really do any progress. So, thanks guys for the time, this was fun.